Hi, my name is Derek Homan,
And my name is Heather Sigler.
and we are doing an interview on what the LGBT community is like in everyday life for someone who experienced it. So, Heather, what is it like every day in the community with being lesbian?
Well, I think that I live just a normal life like anybody else. I go to school, I work, and I own a home, and I have dogs, and I have cats. And I do my everyday things just like anybody else would. It doesn't matter if you're straight or if you're a lesbian, you live your life the way you live it.
And how do you put up with the discrimination from everybody during the day?
Well, I don't deal with a lot of it per se every single day. You'll have these little comments, or you'll have like religious people saying things. I personally, I believe that everybody has their own opinion, but at the same time, I think that you need to respect people for who they are and not the lifestyle that they live.
Which brings me up to my biggest point. What do you think of the Supreme Court possibly not looking at Prop 8 and ruling it unconstitutional?
I think that it's an emotional subject for me. I've been with my fiance for 8 years, and I want to be married, and I want to be able to not say, oh, I just have a domestic partnership with her. I want to be able to have that legal document saying that we're married. And with Prop 8, I know that there's been a lot of issues with Prop 8 because there was a lot of people when it first went on the ballots that they didn't understand that no meant yes and yes meant no. And so the percentage of people that were voting, that was so close, like a 51-52 or whatever it was. So I can't remember exact numbers. But it was because people were not understanding it, and I don't think that there was so many people that were, promoting, no, we have to stop gay marriage, you see all those signs that people holding up in the corners of the streets, and with these little kids that don't understand anything about it, and, shoving it down, 18, 19-year-olds, that don't understand anything. There was a lot of young voters, and they didn't understand what was going on. It hurts because it's, goodness, I don't even know. It's almost like I'm speechless. I don't go around telling people what they should and shouldn't do with their life, and it's really, really sad that people think that it's okay to say, well, you are with a female, so you can't be married. I wish that they would just stop and realize that it's unconstitutional and that we have rights just like everybody else. I'm not any different than the next person that's sitting by me, whether or not they're straight or a lesbian or gay or transgender. People that were able to get married. Ellen DeGeneres said it perfectly on her show one time. She's all, she's in a class of her own now. It's like, you have people that are, heterosexuals, and then you have the gay, lesbian, transgender community. And now there's this group of like 2,000 people that are legally married now that, are same sex, and they feel like they're in their own class, and they don't feel like it should be that way. And I agree, it should be everybody is equal across the board, I think that some people just have the wrong idea about us, I don't know what everybody's thoughts are or how they view like us as people, but the only way that it's going to change is if people open their eyes and are not so close-minded about it, and actually take the time to know who we are as people. Just because, I run into somebody and for the first time, I'm open about, I'm a lesbian and I've been with my partner for 8 years and I'm super happy. Instead of passing judgment on me at that moment, give me a chance. Know me for who I am. Me personally, I'm a kind person. I work with children every single day. I love children to death. I own my own home. I work really, really hard for the things that I have. But if you pass that judgment before you even know me just because you know I'm a lesbian, then really that's your loss. And I think that people just need to stop being so close-minded about it and understand. I mean, there's a lot of people there. I watched a show where people like get this wrong idea that we're all sexual and, you know, walk around naked and, you know, all these crazy weird things. That's not who I am. I work really, really hard for, the things that I have and where I am in my life, and I want to be known for that, and not I'm a lesbian, and so I don't want to get to know who she is.
Have you ever found at Palomar College or Cal State San Marcos, or even the daycare you work at, where they might push you away because of your sexual orientations?
I don't know necessarily if I felt like people have pushed me away, but I feel that sometimes I feel like I have to watch what I say, or like if someone's, talking about their husband or their wife or, their boyfriend or their girlfriend, sometimes, I don't say, my partner, or, I'm with a female. And sometimes that kind of frustrates me a little bit because I've been with her for 8 years, and I feel like I should be able to say that without somebody judging me.
So in other words, you feel like you have to keep it a secret?
No, I don't think I have to keep it a secret, because I do say it. I will, but at the back of my mind, I feel like sometimes I might be offending somebody if they don't approve of it.
Christianity or some other religions, how do you put up with handling those, because those have very high influential power in today's society?
Well, I go to church every Sunday. I'm Catholic, and I obviously have never went and confessed, that I am a lesbian, but I have a lot of people in my life that are religious, and they love me for who I am. With the gay marriage, I am so for it, and not because I'm a lesbian. I don't care if I was a lesbian or if I was straight. People are who they are, and they can love who they want, and it shouldn't matter what other people think about what's happening behind closed doors.
So you believe that gay marriage should be open no matter what because it's their right?
I think it is, and I think it's against the Constitution. We need to separate state from church, and we don't do that ever. There's a lot of things that I think are so wrong about it. I don't go around telling people that are straight that they can't get married because their marriage is going to end in 6 months. I don't remember the exact percentages, but I think something like 52% of marriages fell within the first year of marriage. And those are straight couples being married. There's people that have been together for 20 plus years that are in the lesbian and gay community that don't have that right to be married, that are still happy together, and that are still together without that marriage license per se.
And what about the military, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell? That was just recently repealed. How does that make you feel?
It's kind of scary, I think. I was in the military in 2000 to 2002, and before you're even able to swear in, you have to sign this paper about not being a lesbian, not being gay. And it was really, really hard for me too, because I wanted to serve my country and I didn't understand why it had to be quiet. It really was upsetting to me. I was 19 at the time, and I felt like I had this powerhouse mouth and I was going to say something, but I didn't say anything. But at the same time, there's a lot of evil, people out there that will hurt people because they know that they're gay or lesbian. And we are all equal. We're all people. We all live on this earth.